A very good morning to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to warmly welcome you all to the bell-ringing ceremony today at the Colombo Stock Exchange in celebration of the debut trading of First Capital Treasuries PLC. The shares of the First Capital Treasuries PLC will be listed on the Dirisavi board of the Colombo Stock Exchange, and it will be classified under the investment banking and brokerage sector. For almost 40 years, First Capital Treasuries PLC has played a pivotal role in the nation's financial system as one of the largest and leading non-bank primary dealers, consistently raising the highest portion of debt for the government of Sri Lanka among primary dealers. As a trusted and well-established entity, First Capital Treasuries has always worked with a performance-first mindset to always deliver outstanding outcomes to all their stakeholders. And as a result, the company is now moving on to the future. It's opening its doors to the public to join their journey of value and wealth creation. Ladies and gentlemen, as we congratulate the company on this successful IPO, we also thank you all for joining us today. And now I'd like to commence the proceedings this morning as we present to you the official corporate videos of the Colombo Stock Exchange and the First Capital Treasuries PLC.
Banking on the entrepreneurial spirit of the Sri Lankan people, the Colombo Stock Exchange builds on a share trading tradition that has existed in Sri Lanka for over a century. The business of share trading that commenced with plantation companies in 1896 continues to thrive today as a matured and vibrant stock market that mobilizes capital flows of over 300 billion rupees a year.
After 35 years of the stock exchange, we have leveraged on the combined experience and expertise of the industry to leapfrog on multiple fronts. As we look towards a possible re-rating of the market upwards, what is on the cards are major infrastructure developments, new product introductions, widening of the investor base, building a sustainable business model, and most importantly, working with the government and the regulator to position the CSE as a pivotal point for capital raising.
The CSE in its present form began in 1985 when the Colombo Securities Exchange Guarantee Limited was incorporated as a company limited by guarantee formed by 7 stockbroker firms. Today, as the operator of the stock market in Sri Lanka, we offer state-of-the-art pre-trade, trade and post-trade platforms. Our stakeholder base also includes the regulator, the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka, 285 companies, over 700,000 local and foreign institutional and individual investors, 150 members of staff of the stock exchange, and other market intermediaries who go and make up the ecosystem of the Sri Lankan capital market.
Stock exchange operations around the globe have evolved significantly over the past 35 years, and so has the CSE. Our trading operations, which started with an open outcry system and investors visiting the public trading floor, today is delivered through a state-of-the-art multi-asset class automated trading system and a central depository system. To mark its 35th anniversary year, CSE has engaged in a drive to digitalize all stakeholder touchpoints in the stock market, enabling end-to-end connectivity electronically.
CSE over the years have invested in technology because we understand a robust, secure and cutting-edge technology is the backbone of a modern exchange. Today our IT systems and infrastructure supports a sustainable business model by securing processing transactions, generating accurate and real-time market data and offering speedy, convenience, reliable access to the market users. We have also focused strengthening our information and cybersecurity and building internal capabilities to support the market-wide digitalization strategy.
establishing regulatory readiness to navigate through a Sri Lankan business landscape that has changed substantially since CSE was first established has been a material focus.
Regulation must evolve to support the development plan or the development strategy of the exchange, and that is something that we have always followed. Compared to the inception of the Colombo Stock Exchange 35 years ago, we have been able to transform our listing framework to make it really attractive for issuers to come and raise capital by listing their securities through the Colombo Stock Exchange. And for this purpose, we have been able to diversify our listing platforms and listing boards, giving them various listing options to benefit. In terms of overall regulation, our focus has always been investor protection, creating and maintaining a fair and orderly market, and also facilitating capital formation.
As we celebrate 35 years, the CSE has taken decisive steps to diversify from a single product market to one that offers multiple products. Real estate investment trusts, the creation of an OTC market for repos on corporate debt, trading of gold products, and stock borrowing and lending are already in the process of being introduced. On the regulatory and governance fronts, the new SEC Act, we believe, will be an important development covering regulatory changes required to continue to safeguard investor rights.
The investor base in the Sri Lankan stock market has grown steadily over the last 35 years, and measures taken by CSE to increase the retail investor base and foreign investment fund flows rapidly to create a vibrant securities market have been focused and consistent. We have used multiple strategies to attract local and foreign investors. End-to-end digitalization is helping us to widen the local investor base. The Invest Sri Lanka series has been effective in taking the message of our stock market and opportunities globally, and in attracting foreign fund flows into the country. As we look ahead, CSE envisions to play a competitive role and be among the leading regional markets, harnessing our key strengths of the established infrastructure and the reputation built over 35 years.
Over the last 35 years, we have evolved, we have changed, we have developed. But one thing that remains unchanged is our focus on maintaining the integrity and the quality of the market.
We will continue our journey towards success, and we value our stakeholders whose confidence in us stood unaltered. I would like to recognize the role played by our listed companies, our investors, and all market intermediaries who placed confidence in the CSE over the past 35 years. I also recognize the untiring efforts of board members, present and past, as well as the CSE staff, including those who served previously.
Colombo Stock Exchange, a transformative past, a vibrant future. The world is speeding up, and Sri Lanka is progressing with it. Succeeding in this time requires innovative strategies and a performance-driven mindset. For over 35 years, First Capital has put performance first in everything we do. We have optimized every aspect of our operation to deliver the highest performance and results to our stakeholders. As we march into the future, we are committing to elevating our services even further, moving forward with what we believe in to provide you with a premium service, delivering on our promises, finding the best solutions for our clients, going above and beyond to deliver value, and upholding the highest levels of professionalism. Rest assured, every step of the way, we will deliver performance first in everything we do. First Capital, performance first, always.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure of inviting the Chief Executive Officer of the Colombo Stock Exchange, Mr. Rajiva Bandaranaike, to deliver the opening remarks of the ceremony.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, a warm welcome to all of you to celebrate this special occasion today on the listing of First Capital Treasuries Limited. The bell ringing ceremony is the traditional manner in which we welcome a new company to the stock exchange. And we are indeed very happy that the stock exchange has been able to attract a non-bank primary dealer. And I would like to also take this opportunity to congratulate the company on its initiative to go public. I would like to welcome today our guests representing First Capital Treasuries, the Chairman, Mr. Nishan Fernando, Director, CEO, Mr. Dilshan Veerasekara, who also is Director of the Colombo Stock Exchange, Directors, Ms. Minette Pereira, Mr. Chandan De Silva, Managing Director, Mr. Dinesh Shafter, Mr. Nishan Dimel, other directors and management of First Capital Treasuries, a very warm welcome to all of you. I would also like to recognize and welcome Mr. Renuka Vijayawardana, our Chief Regulatory Officer, and Ms. Vinduni Dullava, who is our Head of Listings. With a history, as we saw, of nearly 40 years, First Capital Treasuries has functioned as a pioneer licensed primary dealer appointed by the central bank to deal in government securities. Thus, we are talking today about a very well-established company. Your company is part of the country's national financial system, and therefore, as a regulated entity in the Sri Lankan financial services sector, we're happy to see that First Capital Treasury is now opening its doors to the public to join their journey of wealth creation. As you know, stock markets are a place where wealth is created. And today, if you observe the Colombo stock market, you will see that shareholders of companies that listed throughout this year have created wealth for themselves. This, I believe, is the hallmark of a well-functioning stock market. As we conclude 2021, we are delighted to note that the CSE has showcased a strong growth trajectory, both in terms of capital raising as well as price growth, and being of immense value to Sri Lankan corporates. As you know, Sri Lankan companies are increasingly recognizing the stock exchange as a platform to achieve greater financial freedom, improved access to capital, enhanced global profile, access to liquidity, and also an attractive proposition to tap into the global capital pool. Over 118 billion rupees in debt and equity capital, including rights issues and private placements, have been raised so far through the stock market during the course of this year. A sum of 8 billion, over 8 billion in fact, has been raised through equity issues alone during this year, making 2021 a year where the highest equity capital has been raised, I think, over the last 10 years. As we look forward to a continued strengthened partnership, I'd like to congratulate once again First Capital Treasuries and its team for maintaining their long-standing commitment for excellence, as we again saw on performance in the financial services industry, and wish all the best to the company for their journey ahead as a listed company, as we welcome them today into the listed fold. Our best wishes are with you. Thank you and have a very good morning.
Thank you, Ms. Madanayaka. I would now like to invite on stage Mr. Nishan Fernando, Chairman of First Capital Treasuries PLC, to address this gathering.
Good morning to all of you. The Chairman, the CEO of Colombo Stock Exchange, Mr. Rajiv Bandarnayaka, and the other officials of the Colombo Stock Exchange, directors and staff members of First Capital Treasuries, and other distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen. It gives me enormous pleasure this morning to say a few words at this occasion when First Capital Treasuries is being listed as a listed company on the stock exchange and going to be going to debut its trading in a few minutes' time. And we are very excited that in keeping with our performance first culture, we have been contemplating for some time to list First Capital Treasuries, and we have been waiting for some time for the right time, and we thought, okay, among other benefits, with the tax incentives also being offered by the government, this would be the right time for First Capital Treasuries to be listed. But I must say that it is not purely the tax benefits that drove this idea and the decision to list First Capital Treasuries on the Colombo Stock Exchange. We know when you are listed, it gives a lot of brand equity for the company. So we have been mindful of that. And also it gives you the opportunity to really know what the market perception is of your value, of the value of your company. So now we would know, of course, it may be different to the value of controlling share for the parent company, but the retail value, at least, from the point of view of other retail shareholders, what the perception of the market of the company. So that gives you that opportunity. So considering this, we thought, okay, we should now enable the general public to participate in the growth strategy, growth story of First Capital Treasuries, so that we decided to begin the listing process with a 10% stake with offer for sale. I think we should commend CSE for the excellent work over the last couple of years, and I think this year there has been a good number of listings that have taken place, and I believe this good work will continue, and you will do a lot more to encourage other listed companies. It is very encouraging to see that 2 or 3 companies came even onto the Empower board this year. I think I was just glancing through your annual report, which has as of 2020, which has a net asset position of 3 billion. I was told that there is a 1.7 billion profit this year, so it would have reached about nearly 5 billion now, out of which about 4 billion is in cash reserves and investments. So think of some initiatives to encourage the companies, especially small and medium scale companies, to come on board on the stock market to list. Okay, with that, I would like to thank all the officials of the Colombo Stock Exchange. Sorry for due to the time constraint. Thank you very much for all the staff members and the media, staff members of First Capital Treasuries and the media who has supported us on this IPO. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fernando. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to open the market for today. And to do the honors, I'd like to invite on stage the following individuals from First Capital Treasuries PLC. Mr. Nishan Fernando, Chairman, Mr. Dinesh Shafter, Managing Director, Mr. Dilshan Veerasekara, Director and the CEO, Ms. Minette Pereira, Director, and Mr. Chandan De Silva, Director. I would also like to invite the following individuals from the Colombo Stock Exchange. Mr. Rajiv Bandaranaike, CEO, Mr. Renuka Vijayawardena, Chief Regulatory Officer, and Ms. Viduni Dullava, Head of Listings, on stage. Thank you, everyone. I'd also like to invite the CEO of the Colombo Stock Exchange, Mr. Rajiva Bandaranaike, and the CRO of the Colombo Stock Exchange to present the listing certificate and a token of appreciation to the Chairman of First Capital Treasuries PLC, Mr. Nishant Fernando, and Director CEO of First Capital Treasuries, Mr. Dilshan Veerasekara. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's market opening ceremony, organized to celebrate this momentous occasion of listing the First Capital Treasuries PLC shares on the Colombo Stock Exchange. I would also like to take this moment to thank all our distinguished guests who have graced this occasion and blessed us with their valuable time and support, and of course, their ardent participation. I wish you all a pleasant day, and I wish you all a very happy new year in advance. Thank you.